Greetings, my excellent friends. We have either 3 or 4 battles left before we move to the Jin story. I say that because it's not until I read the brief for the 4th one where I'll decide if I want to do it now, but I probably will. Because it's right at the point in the story where we are about to catch up. But I imagine that's fine. Right now, we're still in the latter stages of the traditional era. That is to say, everything up to the Wuzhong Plains battle, which was the traditional last battle. And we're going to play as Lian Shi, and they really, really wanted to make sure you didn't miss out on the fan service while you weren't looking at her front, huh? Like, somebody went out of their way to make sure that side-to-side action was happening. That is handcrafted, deliberate. Also, yes, her skirt is trying, but it is not succeeding. And when you lower the camera like this, yeah. It's a skirt that sort of works when she's standing still. I feel like it should maybe not have 4 holes in it. And also then you look at the side of her. She's just got windows everywhere. Outfit-wise, what else has she got? She's got a green palette swap, if we want to pretend that she belongs to Liu Bei, which she doesn't. We've got... See, then we have this! That's... You'd think that the bonus outfit would show more skin, but I really don't think there's any more skin to show while keeping the rating how it is. So they just went the other way. Is that a nurse's outfit? Is she got a stethoscope? You know, I think it is. But then what's that badge on her side? I don't... I do like what her hair does as we turn around, and it is very much like somebody is picking her up by it for a quick second. But yeah, what is Lian Shi's historical basis? Because, again, she was added with this game. She does have a Wikipedia page. Yeah, personal name, Bu Lian Shi, or Lady Bu. So this is the interesting thing. Well, with a lot of the women's names, they're inconsistent in how they depict them, and they often chop bits off. All of the men have last name, given name, but you've got, in cases like Lian Shi and Yue Ying, her family name is Bu, and that's just been chopped off, and she's Lian Shi instead of Bu Lian Shi, all one word. Yue Ying is the same. She's supposed to be Huang Yue Ying, with Yue Ying as one word. Instead, they just chop the family name of Huang off and give her Yue Ying, as though Yue is her family, which is not it. Some of them get their proper names, Sun Shengxiang, because if they didn't call her Sun, everyone would be like, what? That would be weird, right? Lady Zhen is the actual family name, so that one's correct. Tsai Wenji. Wenji is her style name, which is normally not used at all. Her actual name, I think, would be Tsai Yan, which they didn't want to use, I guess. Who else have we got? Bao Sanyang is fictional. She doesn't matter. Jing Tsai is a clear example because she's Zhang Fei's daughter, but do you see Zhang in her name? No. Her name should be Zhang Xing Tsai. I don't know why that is either. All of the male sons, all of the sons get their proper full names. And Guan Yu's daughter in Dynasty Warriors 8, who isn't here yet, she gets Guan Yinping. So hers is fine, whereas Zhang Fei's daughter isn't. It's very inconsistent. But And then, of course, Diao Chan is fictional again, so it doesn't matter. And then the Kiaos are the weirdest ones to me because their family name of Kiao is their second name in the spot where everyone else has their given name. And the first name they're given is basically just Da and Xiao, which is big and little. It's a mess. It's a mess. It doesn't make sense. I don't mind them changing up name structures. I just don't want them to do it differently for every second person. And only for the women. If you were Zhang Fei's daughter, you wouldn't want to have his name either. I guess there's that. What other outfits does Lianxia have? Her fantasy outfit, again, more dressed than her default. She's got a boob, cleavage window, but like we're not giving off anything as we walk around. Original outfit 2, yeah, that's like Queen of Hearts, sort of. Again, cleavage and a back window here, but much more respectful. And then she's got this one. Actually, I might go with this one because this doesn't look. This looks like it could be her actual just outfit. Like that's the thing. The other ones definitely look out of place in one way or another. This looks like it could actually be sold as what she wears. It is more formal, like it's a dress. It's not something you fight in. Whereas you could argue that this proper outfit does at least look slightly armorish on the tits, but not on the rest of her, to be honest. Oh, I guess the knees as well. She's got pads. But she's got high heels on and war. But yeah, I think this is the nicest look. And the most appropriate. Doesn't look like something you'd fight in, but half of them don't wear shit you'd fight in. Half of the men don't wear shit you'd fight in. It's got one arm bare and then one arm covered, which is unusual, and otherwise it's mostly symmetrical. But,
We should be going.
Do they even have high heels in the year 200 AD? I don't know, you'll have to look that up. Anyway, this is the Battle of Shitting. Sorry, the Battle of Shiting. This is one of the classic battles. Actually, this was one of the battles in Dynasty Warriors 3. I consider it a classic battle if it goes back that far. Dynasty Warriors 2 only had 8 battles, I think, in the whole game. Which was Yellow Turbans, Dongzhuo. What was the third one? Might have been Liu Biao to kill off Sun Jian. No, I think it was Guandu. I think they went straight to Guandu, because I think they just didn't bother killing off Sun Jian. He was in it, but I don't think they bothered killing. It was Yellow Turban, Dongzhuo, Guandu, and then Changban, Chibi, Hefei, possibly Hefei Castle, and then Wuzhong Plains. I'm not sure on Hefei Castle. It might have been a different one. But it was very, very limited, and every story mode had 5 battles in it. You would have Turbans and Dongzhuo, and then you would have 3 others specific to your kingdom, I think. Was it Hefei Castle? I'm curious now. Wasn't, it was Yiling. Of course it was Yiling, yeah. Yellow Turban, Hu Lao, Guandu, Changban, Chibi, Hefei, Yiling, Wuzhong. That makes sense. The Wei officers would fight Guandu, Chibi, and Wuzhong. The Shu officers would fight Changban, Yiling, and Wuzhong. They'd actually skip Chibi, which makes sense. They had the least to do with it, even though some of them were there. And then Wu would fight Chibi, Hefei, and Yiling. Would actually finish against Shu instead of Wei, so that's cool. Basically, every battle was a fight against Wei after a certain point, except for Yiling. So, because of that, the Wei campaign would actually skip. It would skip Changban, it would skip Hefei, because they would have too many battles otherwise. That's funny. But yeah, in 3, they expanded that and they added way more. Instead of it just being a very small collection, there would have been, I think, like 20 or something battles. Let me see how many stages there are in 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 20. So that was a huge expansion. So to me, those 20 are like the standard classic battles. And Shiting isn't very important, but it was there. Wei versus Wu, and its most important thing is that there's a fake defection to trick the Wei army into an ambush. So it's quite a good one for the Wu side. By pretending to defect, Zhou Fang of Wu has lured Cao Xiu and the Wei forces into a trap. Now these two characters are generics, but they are the main stars of this one, kind of. Determined to take advantage of this opportunity, Lu Xun has formulated a plan, carry out the surprise attack, and annihilate the Wei forces.
Following the formation of the Three Kingdoms, the area of Yang Province was under the control of Wei.
No, it wasn't. That's Wu's home.
The forces of Wu suffered numerous defeats to the Wei forces, and a number of Wu officers defected as well. Determined to turn the tide, Wu's Sun Quan approached the prefect of Poyang territory, Zhou Fang, with an ingenious plan. He convinced him to pretend to surrender to the enemy and trick the Wei forces into invading Wu. The plan worked perfectly, and the Wei commander, Cao Xiu, advanced his forces on Shiting.
Sure thing.
Sun Quan made the necessary preparations and set out to eliminate the approaching enemy army. It was here that Sun Quan displayed the leadership abilities that his brother Sun Ce had evaluated so highly. And as he was beginning to come into his own as a ruler, Lian Shi once again was right there with him. For she wished to be by the side of the man who was more important to her than anyone else in the world.
I see you've dressed differently for this battle. Yes, I was sick of all of the men in camp perverting on me.
I couldn't believe it when I heard Master Zhou Fang had defected. But now I understand. It was all a plan to fool the enemy.
Yep, that's correct. Temu Cao Pi.
I have watched our lord grow into his role over the years, but recently he has really come into his own. No doubt it is due to the confidence he has in those around him.
No, he's just been getting laid more regularly.
Zhou Fang has successfully deceived the enemy. Now we just need to make the ambush happen. Please, lend us your strength. We need your help in order to make this plan work.
Hey, it's me! This is some nice weather, huh? Maybe I'll stay here.
I spent the last few battles in Nanzhang. Man, did that suck.
You know who I really respect? Master Ling Tong. A lot of other officers think they're too good to talk to us, but not him. I'd follow him anywhere.
Wei seems to have held the upper hand for so long. I hope this is our chance to turn things around.
Our lord is a fortunate man indeed to have two such worthy warriors dedicated to keeping him safe.
I shall accompany Master Lu Xun. Zhou Tai, I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me. I shall protect our lord at any cost.
Wow, that's a lot of words for you.
I see our lord has really taken a liking to Lian Shi. I wonder if they're... okay, I'll just leave it at that.
Master Ling Tong has been placed in charge of an ambush unit. Under his leadership, there will be no problems. The men of Wu use their brains as well as their brawn. Be smart as well as strong, men.
I'm neither smart nor strong, but I will strive to better myself.
The guy next to me is just modest. He's much smarter and stronger than I am.
Sima Yi is famous for his laugh. They say you can hear it from far and wide.
Ah, I thought I heard someone laughing at me yesterday. It must have been him.
I don't think you're important enough to get laughed at by Sima Yi.
I'm so nervous about this ambush. I hope I don't jump out too soon.
Master Zhou Fang has fooled the enemy, right? Then we have a real chance to drive Wei into the ground.
This battle hinges on the success of the ambush. Good luck.
We all have to work together as one in order for this plan to succeed.
This is one of the characters we won't get to play for a while. The last 4 that we won't get to play because their battles happen too late. Ding Feng here, Xing Tsai, Liu Shan, as you might imagine, and one member of the Jin Kingdom, the only Jin who you don't get to play as in the campaign. Because there's 9 in the Jin faction, and 8 of them are in the campaign. One of them isn't.
I hear the letter Master Zhou Fang wrote was a work of art. No wonder it fooled the enemy into thinking he'd defect.
It really is an advantage to be a man of letters at a time like this.
Master...
What if I jump out to the ambush too early and ruin everything? The randos that got shoved into the final cutscenes for Wu because the game was like, these are the current generals, everyone else is dead. Well, but they put Gan Ning in the final cutscene for Wu, and yet they also referenced his death. Because, yeah, like I say, he dies in the Battle of Yiling. He's killed by the, I believe he's actually a Nanman tribesman who is part of Shu's army by that point. Shamok is what I used to call him as a kid. Speaking of when I was a kid, yeah, this being one of the classic Dynasty Warriors 3 battles, it was my favorite as a kid because I very much read it as the Battle of Shitting.
Wei believes that Zhou Fang is genuinely surrendering. They don't suspect a thing. When the time is right, Lu Xun will ambush them. Can I call upon you to assist him?
Yes, my lord. Leave it to me.
Whatever happens, stay out of harm's way. I would be devastated if something were to happen to you.
I'll be fine, my lord. Please take care of yourself as well.
Lian.
I had best be going now, my lord.
The enemy is less cautious after Zhou Fang's surrender. Now, let's go make this plan a success.
Will this weapon have sci-fi ray gun sound effects? Because yeah, we got the pump and we got the
I will
phaser.
Be leading the ambush. Rid the castle of enemies and prepare the troops.
Damn. Look, it's a crossbow. It's just skinned, okay?
Amazing! You are a swift and deadly warrior.
Hey! Who are you people? Where'd you all come from?
Hey, keep it down, will you? We need you to be quiet so we can ambush your friends from here.
Where is Zhou Feng? Is he... Right, you can actually see him. He's in with the enemy, but still blue.
I don't think you're supposed to be here. Naughty, naughty. I'm going to tell Zhang Liao.
I'm tackling!
We've been discovered.
Do I have to go stop him? I might.
We'll need to stop him before he reaches Zhang Liao.
It is time to end this.
You dare challenge me? I can anticipate your every move.
Alright, red hair, take me to the gay man. try the other weapon. Let's try the pump.
My lord, Wei forces led by Sima Yi are quickly approaching.
Sima Yi is approaching.
He's a cunning one. He may figure out our plan. We have to ambush them before he arrives. We'll reach the checkpoint soon. Zhou Fang is supposed to open the gates from the inside.
The beauty of my fighting
Style must not be soiled by defeat. I shall return. Do you know that's Yuri Lowenthal?
I think we're good here. Why don't you go help out with the ambush?
Where did you come from? What are you doing here?
Zhou Fang won't be able to make any moves with them there. We must clear the vicinity of enemies. Everyone is fighting well. It seems I must try harder.
Like, he's in the game and he's obvious as Sun Ce, but it's not as obvious as Xiong He.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
I beseech you. It is time to end this.
I shall return.
Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
I will slay any who threaten those under my care.
Oh my god, let me up. Let me up.
I shall return.
Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek. 2 head guys in one place. That's a paradox.
I guess I need to pick up the pace. That went well, didn't it? Come, you can enter from here.
Like, I was fighting both of those head guys at the same time. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, we're going in here now. I think I like the space gun better, but the bike pump is stronger, unfortunately.
You are an inspiration to us all.
Thanks for doing my best.
Now is the time to strike. Let this be a memorable victory for Wu.
Hey, who are you people? Where'd you all come from?
We came from Woo!
My lord, Sima Yi has arrived.
I was a fool to entrust Cao Xiu with this mission. It's time to attack the Wu main camp.
Hey, where do you think you're going? It's time to face me.
Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie.
Charge, you brave souls of Wu! Show the enemy no mercy!
Our lord grows stronger by the day. I can't help but think it's because of your influence.
Cao Xiu is still the one we're supposed to kill.
No, I haven't done a thing. Lord Sun Quan is a natural-born leader. Just look at how well he leads everyone. He's the secret behind Wu's strength.
Wang Shuang.
It's time to end this.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
I will slay any who threaten those under my
But you were
care.
running away from me, head guy. How are we supposed to fight when you won't fight?
Outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Everyone is fighting well. It seems I must try harder.
I suppose I should be concerned about the Sima Yi assault
true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
on the main camp, but surely this is where Zhou Tai does his job, right?
It is time to end this.
I must retreat. This
This
is
is not the end.
I shall return.
Remember that, for yours is the first head I shall seek. That is what, our fourth head guy in as many minutes?
Hang in there. The fight isn't over yet.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
Could you quit trying so hard? You're making me look bad.
Amazing! You are a swift and deadly warrior.
Alright, let's go save Sun Quan. Wouldn't do for another generation of fucking Wu leader to die on this battlefield. So that's the thing, this isn't Xuchang, but this is the Xuchang map. This is exactly where Sun Ce got whammoed by the Mystic. And full of arrows on his way home.
You believe you can beat me? Your stupidity amuses me.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
I will slay any who threaten those under my care.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Excellent work, Lian Shi. Your efforts inspire me to try even harder.
Report! The Allied commander is struggling.
We must pull back for now. But this is all part of my grand scheme.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah. I often lose embarrassingly to a chick with a space gun as part of my grand schemes. That's just par for the course for me. Anyway, what kind of ambush attack is this? Why is everybody just standing still in the middle of the... Like, should we not be marching on into the castle now? And of course I get stuck on a tree. There we go, none of them anymore. Didn't really need your help, but I appreciate your thought behind it, Ling Tong. None of them either. Let's try to make some actual progress now, eh? Look at them all, they're all just wandering around. Two of them appear to be at least a little bit trying to do something of value, so let's go help them.
Oh! Astounding!
It's time to end this.
Yeah, we didn't quite have large force encounters figured out in 2011.
It is time to take the attack to the enemy. Forward!
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, dickhead.
Every battle should be taken seriously.
or they will ultimately lead to control of the land.
I'd argue that every
Let
battle
us
should be
advance
taken
together.
seriously, because
I
if you
shall
don't,
require
somebody
your
might put a
strength to carry
javelin
out
through
our
your
plans.
fucking skull. And that would not be an advisable outcome. But yeah, sure, fate of the land.
Good. Try to maintain that fighting spirit and vigor.
$1,500 dead men later. Alright, clearly can't beat these guys yourself, Ding Feng. Never mind, my horse doesn't want to come over this fence. There we go, it'll come over this way. You get to the point where you don't actually look at the game screen anymore to do your killing. You just aim at the red dots on your mini-map relative to the position of your green arrow. Because that offers a better 360-degree view of where everybody is.
Power, much like the roaring waters of nature.
Yeah, the roaring waters of nature
We are attacking the enemy
and the
camp.
ray
Let's
gun
go.
have so much in common. There you go. Everybody on your way is dead. Let's all convene together to beat up on Cao Shou. Who is Cao Shou, you might ask?
Be careful. Otherwise, you're just going to get
Look, he's
yourself
just
killed.
another Cao. There were a lot of them. They did... Cao Cao did like his wives and concubines as much as any other conqueror. And he was part of a richish family to begin with. Like, there were other Caos kicking about that probably turned up to the capital once their cousin had
Where did Zhou Fang go?
taken care of everything and started being in charge. Like, you want to be close to that kind of power when it's got your name on it, right?
Ever betray Wu?
No one would ever betray Wu. I don't think that's true.
Are a match for mine.
I'm sure Wu had at least one defector.
It is time to end this.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
I will slay any who threaten those under my care.
You have truly earned your reputation.
Jesus.
Lian She!
My lord!
Are you hurt?
I'm fine, my lord.
Where are you putting your head there?
Forgive me.
My lord. Although the battle has been won, it's still far too dangerous for a commander to be out on the front lines.
But
I am flattered, my lord, by your affection for me. However,
We are being watched by 4 dudes.
there are many, many others who care and worry about you.
you're right. I'm sorry. All of you.
What
I
is
have been a
what is Ding Feng's posture? What? Did someone kick him in the chest? Like, what the fuck happened? Why is he standing like he was knuckle dragging it along the floor a minute ago and somebody told him to straighten up?
Fool. Can you forgive me?
I'm sure you all have that special someone you want to protect. We must win this battle to ensure they are safe.
You are to be rewarded.
Right, next one. Speaking of women whose names are handled inconsistently, we have the life-size doll lady herself, Yue Ying. Now, this is Yue Ying's... You're going to notice something as you go back in time on Yue Ying's outfits. This is Yue Ying's Dynasty Warriors 7 outfit. It's not too terrible, except for some reason, they decided to make the stomach area see-through. Just so that she can show some skin without actually showing the skin. There's even ass crack if you go past the hair, which I don't know. I don't think that part of her outfit was necessary. I think that could have been just clothing. But she is, other than that, well more covered than others. So there's that at least. But she's decidedly wearing clothes, right? I say that very deliberately and specifically. She's wearing clothes. Now there's a almost Lian Sure sort of colored option here with the red, gold, and black. Looks quite a lot like most of her outfits in that case, except for the part where it's a little more flattering in the respectability sense. Her original outfit has her, I like this. This is fantastic. She's like, looks like an engineer. Or like a mechanic, which is exactly Yue Ying. Got a bunch of tools. Got rolled up sleeves and rolled up pant leg. And gloves. Great. Fantastic. And goggles. Perfect. Wonderful. Excellent outfit for her character type. Wonderful. But let's go to Dynasty Warriors 4. Again, let's start her on... This is what she looks like now. This is what they redesigned her to. This is how they originally put her in the game. Is that, or is that not, just immaculate battle armor? Five, it's a bit less armor looking. And then 6, oh hey, look, she remembered she has thighs. I like the boots. And then we have this witch outfit, which is very much, I think, the same one that Sai Wenji has, which is fine. Like, it's, you know, the fantasy outfit, they do that. But yeah, I always thought she looked... This was the most appropriate outfit they've ever given a woman ever. Like... incredible stuff in Dynasty Warriors 4 UAA. But yeah, I don't mind this as much as Lian Shure's default, at least.
Let's bring a swift end to this battle.
This is the Battle of Jie Ting. Now, this is strange because, to my mind, Jie Ting is before Shi Ting. They're contemporaries, but I was under the impression that these two happened in the opposite order. They're completely unrelated to one another, though, because they take place on opposite sides of China, and while they're both against Wei, they don't have same man. But the thing about Jie Ting is I've been building up to this every time I mention the guy, but the Shu forces have met Wei in battle at Jie Ting. However, Shu's Ma Su has found himself at a severe disadvantage after taking up position atop the mountain summit, hurry and rescue Ma Su at once. Now that found himself as doing a lot of heavy lifting there, because what happened was Ma Su said, I'm going to camp on the summit. And all of the people that Ma Su was working with said, holy shit, don't do that. That's a terrible idea. We'll die. And he said, fuck yourself. I'm in charge.
Following the death of the Shu Emperor Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang looked to carry on his will and invaded Wei. Setting his sights on Chang'an, he moved north, capturing Nan'an, Tianshui, and Anding along the way. Having extended his forces so far, the importance of Jieting increased as it lay on the supply route to Hanzhong.
Yeah, the map coloration is very interesting here because while it's never as simple as it looks, like, you know, terrain, right? Like, it's not that Cao Cao had control of every inch of territory up to that border on the left. It's more routes and supply lines and stuff. Like, if you play Dynasty Warriors 9, which is open world, it's the worst game in the series, but it gives you a good understanding of the actual layout of China. So it has some value, a little bit of value in just wandering the map and being like, oh shit, you can't really travel there. You don't get that from this map. There's mountains and shit and rivers and just not passable places. So the reason why it looks like this is because, yeah, they kind of overextended and they need to seal the deal, or else part of their gains are isolated from their homeland. Not because they need to, like, take that whole stretch from left to right, but because the main through line needs to be taken. And the best way to sort of depict that on the map is by showing an unbroken line of hostile territory. So that's similarly where you look at when they first divide the three kingdoms and you've got the Jing province, and then there's just like this big chunk of Wu just going to the south and west all the way to a tip. Technically, I don't think that Sun Quan had like people all along that little border. I think it's just that long little border didn't have much shit in it, and wasn't particularly valuable territory, so it was like shuffled in with, yeah.
Zhuge Liang ordered his trusted disciple Ma Su to defend Jieting at all costs, but warned him not to stay on top of the mountain. However, Ma Su ignored Zhuge Liang's warning and set up camp at the mountain summit. There, he had his water supply cut off by Wei and found himself in a most dire situation. Upon hearing this news, Zhuge Liang himself immediately set out for Jieting. From the outside, he appeared to be as calm and collected as always.
History would record this as a lie.
The only one who could sense the pain he truly felt was his beloved wife, Yue Ying.
Yeah, to Yue Ying, Zhuge Liang's facade was as transparent as her fucking belly button window.
We must concentrate on saving Ma Su, for that's the only thing we can do for the time being.
Note that she gets to wear a little bit of armor as well, Xing Tsai. Her arms are bare. She's got stabbable hips poking out, but at least she's got shoulder plates. I almost said pads, but those are plates.
Perhaps the pressure of expectation was all too much for Ma Su to handle.
Zhuge Liang tells Wei, look, I need to go up there and murder a man for ignoring my direct orders, and they just let him do it so long as he withdrew afterwards. Sima Yi would get it.
Lady Xing Tsai is a shining beacon of hope for the future of Shu.
Yeah, we all hope that one day we can have a woman as beautiful as her.
Fuck off! Jesus Christ.
Hi there, it's me again. This is an auspicious day, isn't it?
No.
No, you're right, I guess it isn't.
This is an embarrassing day.
If only our lord trusted Master Wei Yan half as much as he trusted Ma Su.
Well, we're all human. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, so there's this thing about how Wei Yan and Zhuge Liang don't get along at all. Wei Yan really liked Liu Bei, but thought... Okay, historically, Wei Yan was a perfectly normal officer with a perfectly functioning brain, who didn't like Zhuge Liang because he thought he was shady and cunning and like... They just didn't fucking like each other. Because Zhuge Liang is the smartest man alive, though, according to the fiction, the dude who hates him has to talk and sound like this, I guess.
Ma Su, in danger. Must move quickly. Zhuge Liang, bring peace. I help him.
Because surely the only person on Liu Bei's side who didn't trust Zhuge Liang must be a Neanderthal that forgot to go extinct with the rest of them.
I just don't know if we're capable of defeating Wei.
You're not.
Nor do I, but you're not supposed to say that sort of thing.
You gotta understand, Demon Dragon, Sima Yi's catchphrase is the word imbecile.
We've been placed in charge of security here.
Nothing to report at this time.
Wow, thanks for doing your job.
But do you really think the northern campaigns are necessary? We're not exactly rich, you know.
After this battle, Ma Su is sure to be... No, nothing has been officially decided yet.
God, but it should be, though.
I shouldn't really tell you this, but Ma Su's never been popular with the troops. He's so stubborn and arrogant, but we could never say anything until now.
Our master sees almost everything, except the folly of his favorite pupil.
He had such great expectations of him. I suppose he saw what he wanted to see.
Master Guansua looks all gentle and quiet, but he's got quite a mouth on him. You don't want to get on his wrong side.
Yeah, but the ladies really seem to like that. I guess as long as the package is pretty, they don't really care.
Hey, I got some good gossip for you. Ma Su's brother has white eyebrows. What do you mean, who cares? Didn't you hear me? White eyebrows.
Yeah, do you know what happens when people age?
I thought Ma Su would be the logical successor as this army strategist, but he may have blown it now.
Lord Zhuge Liang is always so calm. I wonder how he really feels inside. I suppose nobody knows better than his wife. He sure is lucky to have such an understanding woman.
Uh-huh.
Hey, guess what I saw the other night? I saw Master Ma Dai emerging from Lord Zhuge Liang's tent. What do you suppose they were up to?
You're asking his wife? I'm sure she was very happy with whatever went on.
Lady Yue Ying is the perfect wife. She cooks, cleans, and designs siege weaponry. What more could a man want?
Yue Ying is the prototypical Warhammer wife. I think that's it.
This area is vital to our campaign against Wei, but I fear we can no longer defend it.
On account of how my apprentice is dumb.
I will save Ma Su, but I'm afraid doing so will not change what must be done.
My lord.
Forgive me. My emotions are less inhibited, and I find it easier to freely speak my mind whenever you are near.
Yeah, this is Zhuge Liang being emotional. This is the best we're gonna get. The man's a Vulcan.
The execution of Ma Su will officially be decided after the battle. I must focus on the task at hand. Can I count on your assistance, my dear?
Of course, my lord. Let us go and save Ma Su.
Head to the summit and rescue Ma Su.
Right, so her default weapon in this game is the staff, which we've seen before. It's Zhou Yu's weapon, but Her Dynasty Warriors 4 weapon that she used to have before they took weapons out was this thing called a dagger axe. And much like the bomb for Dongzhuo, it's been brought back, it just hasn't been assigned as her default. So that's why we get the roller here, the paint roller. Or, as an alternative, there's the mochi maker, but it is very much just an it's an axe, but with like a knife handle sort of shape on the end. I like it. It's a lot more axe than dagger, but they call it the dagger axe. It's just that the joke versions aren't very sharp because
he will be punished after the battle is over.
Ma Su was my husband's top apprentice. Who would have thought he would do such a thing?
We cannot rescue Ma Su until all the enemies in the vicinity are cleared first.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others. I shall return.
Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
With each victory, I grow even stronger.
Oh, you just reached another level of brilliance.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I
I like it because it's a pick people up and throw them around weapon, which usually only the big men get.
Apprentice of yours. You'll have to face me first. Face me if you dare. My elegance in combat is unparalleled.
Really? That was elegant. That was elegant as fuck, man.
The beauty of my fighting style must not be soiled by defeat. I shall return. Your silly apprentice means that much to you? Ha! Your flanks are wide open.
Nothing can stop our foot. Blinded.
This one is heroic.
Oh, hello, you're right here.
I guess I need to pick up the pace.
All right.
Master, I thank you for rescuing me.
She has a juggernaut charge, Muso.
You will learn to regret this moment.
With the go line, I've studied hard.
Decide what to do with you later.
To perfect my skills.
Right now, you must retreat.
It wasn't supposed to be like this, my lord. If only the battle had gone the way I had planned.
Yeah, if only you'd fucking listened, mate.
Now is not the time to make excuses. Perhaps I was a fool for believing you.
I can feel my husband's disappointment. If only I could provide some kind of support.
You can, just, you know, later.
Oh, you just reached another level of brilliance.
Can we stop being stuck on that pole?
The heavens have answered us. We thank you for coming to our aid. Oh yeah, it felt good fighting with you. We'll stop here to catch our breath.
I should probably go save. Right, it is an escape map. Ma Su escaping wins, but we should still... We can alternatively go beat up Sima Yi, which is always fun to do. And we're not going to have too many chances to do that because we're about to be him for an entire campaign. Sort of.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
You didn't think I'd let you get away so easily, did you? After them.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
With each victory, I grow even stronger.
That's how EXP works, Yue Ying.
Nice work, Yue Ying. I am pleased to be able to fight alongside you.
Excellent killing of things, wife.
You know that you can't win. Perhaps you should surrender.
Ah, the Jinn
I
woman.
will not surrender so long as my husband is here. It is my duty as his wife.
You want to fight with me? Okay. I guess I don't have much of a choice.
Wang Yuan-ji.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
I have subdued this area.
We'll see more of her when we start the campaign.
I shall return.
Remember that, for yours is the first head I shall seek.
I am Guo Huai. I shall
show you no mercy. Oh god. Oh god.
You strong, me stronger.
Sorry, Zhuge Liang, your wife got ripped apart by a machine gun.
This would be so much easier.
I thought I had learned much from my master. How could something like this happen?
Your name is Sima Zhao. Not that you need to remember it or anything.
Yeah, Sima Zhao's a footnote in history.
Shahoba's the name. Nice to meet you.
I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
This one is heroic.
I guess I need to pick up the pace. What is with the mountain of dudes coming up behind us?
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
Who's left? Just Sima Yi and his
Your
son.
prowess rekindles my spirit. Onward to victory.
Good chance Ma Su will actually make it out before we fight them. Given I have cleared the way. Or will there be an ambush? If only I was healthy, said the man who grabbed a grown woman off the ground, tossed her ass into the air, and trod her full of lead. Yeah, if he was healthy, I would have actually died from that.
This
No,
is a
I
triumph
actually,
for the intellect over more ostentatious qualities.
I do have a belief on
I
that.
have subdued this area.
I genuinely posit that Guo Huai is the strongest character in Dynasty Warriors, and the reason why is because he can do everything that he does while severely disabled. Everybody else does it at peak efficiency and fighting condition. He does it while coughing up a lung, which implies
Surely you don't expect to be
that
able
if
to
he wasn't
defeat me.
coughing up a lung, he would be unstoppable.
This will soon be over.
Oh, he made it out.
Thank you for the assistance.
You survived for today, Sima Sure.
Annihilation was avoided, but we have suffered great losses. I will need to rethink the northern campaign.
Bow bow. Why are we sad? He was a douchebag. Nobody liked him. Well, I guess we're sad because the campaign failed.
My
Good
lord,
point.
it's getting cold out.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Please come inside. Think of your health.
Whoa. How's that gonna make him healthier?
I know. I have no choice. Ma Su must take responsibility for his actions. Although it pains me more than anything. Yet if I don't, then how can I be a proper leader?
My lord.
It is clear. We must continue moving forward. Lord Liu Bei's land of benevolence. We must make it a reality.
Uh-huh.
Even if it proves to be difficult.
I am your wife, my dear. Whichever path you take, no matter what, I will be there for you, forevermore.
I long for a world where there are no wars. I can only hope my inventions will help serve that purpose.
You are to...
Maybe if we all stop fucking fighting them. Alright, next one. Still on Shu. It's pretty much always Shu in the later stages of this. We've got one more Wu officer and the one Jin officer, but otherwise it's just all of the B team of Shu. Actually, if you look at it, Shu has the biggest cast. The scrolling bar is a little shorter there for Shu, meaning there's more people. Part of that is because of the expansion of the later stages. They added a lot to Shu to serve as opponents to Jin. Like, if you count the Jin as Wei officers, then Wei has the largest cast, but it actually... It would... In the base game, Wei has the shortest because it's even to Wu only because of the 3 they added into the expansion. Before that, they only had 13. Because they actually lost somebody, because they lost Sima Yi. Whereas Wu has 16. And Shu has 17. No, not that much more. No, don't think I'm sure. Wei Yan. The Big Monster Man. Probably the most offensive portrayal of anybody in the series. He can be a spandex superhero with definitely no genitals in there. That is... Wow, that is either a Ken doll or a micropenis, nothing in between. Back in the older games, he looked even more like he just came out of the jungle. He's got bones. He's got a skull for a shoulder pad, like a bird's skull. Like, why is he covered in dead animal? And then in 6, he looks like a lizard. Like, it's a suit, but like... Or we can have him looking respectable like this. Anyway, yeah, Wei Yan is a strange character. I don't know what to say about him, because like as a general, he was like a perfectly fine military leader without all of this excessive characterization that they gave him in Dynasty Warriors.
Go.
Like, what do you say about that, man? As part of its northern campaigns, Shu has advanced its forces on Mount Qi, but has been rebuffed by an ironclad defense from Wei's Sima Yi. Capture the base and break through Wei's defenses. I don't know this battle nearly as well as I do Jieting and Shiting. These two go back to Dynasty Warriors 3. This is like more of a side battle. I don't know what's going to happen for Wei Yan in it, but
the realization of a land of benevolence. That was the dream that the first emperor of Shu, Liu Bei, had for his people. Determined to realize the wish of its former lord, Shu carried out numerous invasions against Wei to the north. and during its fourth northern campaign, Shu's Zhuge Liang advanced upon Mount Qi. In response, Sima Yi of Wei remained strangely silent and refused to move. It was shaping up to be a battle of intellects at the key stronghold of Mount Qi. However, the efforts of one man held the key to the difference between victory and defeat. After the deaths of Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, Wei Yan served as the main general of the Shu army. Beneath his mask burned a fiery desire as he took to the battlefield.
Beneath the mask, I'm a shapeshifter at Poe's Masquerade.
The enemy is unusually quiet. Perhaps they're on to us.
It was only after Lord Liu Bei died that Master Zhuge Liang became so paranoid.
I don't know why our strategist refuses to trust Wei Yan. I think he's just cruel.
But yeah, it all builds up with Wei Yan's story. Like, him and Zhuge Liang don't like each other. It gets worse when Liu Bei dies. Wei Yan has like a birthmark that is apparently like seen as a sign of rebellion or instability. And indeed, like, Wei Yan does join Liu Bei's army by killing the guy he worked for. Very justifiably, but still. And it builds up to that moment where Zhuge Liang is like doing a ceremony to extend his life, and Wei Yan bursts in to report news and knocks the thing over and ruins it, and it's silly.
This horse's owner died, but it still comes here every day to wait for him.
Every day to the military camp that is temporary? What? Okay.
Hey, how come they always say Wei Yan is a born rebel?
Yeah, it's because there's a thing on his face or something.
Well, you see, the back of his head sticks out, and everyone knows that's a sure sign of rebellion. It's established scientific fact.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Get fucked!
I've heard the reason some people dislike Wei Yan is because they're not sure they can trust him. Honestly, I don't think you're a bad person at all.
I was about to say, why are you talking about me like I'm not there? And then he's changed it around. I do like Ma Dai. Much better than Ma Chao.
It's funny how Master Ma Dai has our strategist's complete trust, but Master Wei Yan doesn't.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
Master Ma Dai is an experienced veteran. He knows military strategy inside and out.
Mount Qi is the key to the entire Central Plains. Secure it now, and we'll have a foothold for our northern campaign.
We can't take these constant campaigns to seize the north. It's too much.
Well, good news. There's only going to be like 30 more of them, and they'll continue going on after Zhuge Liang dies because Jiang Wei is a stubborn prick.
I'm sure our Lord has a plan up his sleeve. He always does.
We must crush Wei. No matter what, we must triumph, men.
The captain seems really tired recently.
I can't help but feel that Wei Yan will eventually betray us someday. If Lord Zhuge Liang also feels that way, then it must be true.
Close mouth!
Master Wang Ping is the rock upon which our army is built. When the stakes are high, he's at his best.
We've got you.
I'm sure our Lord has...
Yeah.
I'm worried about our great strategist. He seems pale and nervous recently.
He's under incredible stress. You'd look tired too if you had to worry about the things he has to. I'd like to meet the man who convinced Master Ma Chao to return to us and shake his hand.
I'm worried about Master Wei Yan. You know, his head thing.
Do you mean the way the back of his head sticks out, or do you mean... the other head thing.
Suma Yi is spookily quiet. I know he's planning something.
Maybe the real head guy was Wei Yan all along.
It's me! I'm glad to see at least one friendly face is gonna be out there with me.
Oh, that's not a friendly face. Okay then.
They say Wei Yan has a shifty face, but how could anyone tell with that mask on?
Just guessing.
I don't know why our strategist...
It was only...
Alright, that's done. Okay.
Suma Yi intends for us to exhaust our resources by turning this into a war of attrition. Although dangerous, we must take the offensive. It should enable us to weaken their defenses.
Take offensive! That dangerous!
Wei Yan, we need to know that we can trust you in this battle. One wrong move could mean the difference between victory and defeat. However, Lord Liu Bei trusted you. Enough arguing about this. I shall have you execute this plan.
That's what he was about to say. I shall have you executed.
If our Lord could trust you, then I suppose I should too. Prove to me that I was wrong about you.
I realize Lord Liu Bei's dream.
Do not fail me, Wei Yan. I wish you luck. The enemy's defenses are solid, but if we take out certain key positions, they will crumble.
Right, so we got the double Vulge, which we've not actually used before. And the joke is the Thirst Quencher. Basically just a double-bladed...
I will deploy a tactical unit
spear
to do
thing.
This. Though we must first break through enemy lines and create a path for them. I appoint Wei Yan for this dangerous mission. I assume there are no objections.
I protect my friends. Danger is nothing.
The enemy lines seem strong. Being asked to break through them seems like a difficult task.
All of you, work together and listen to my commands. Follow my instructions and victory will be ours. Oh, astounding!
Let me through.
Fight me now, for glory! I must retreat. This is
not the end.
Enemy officer
defeated.
Not bad.
I hope there's a way up through here. Nope.
You're out here all alone? I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies.
Whoa, okay. I like that one. That's good. I guess we have to go up through this gate post over here. Because there's no other way in. Holy fuck!
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Enemy officer defeated.
Enemy officer dissected, mate.
Astounding! I see right through your pathetic plans. You're done for.
Why did that echo so much? Oh, we were in a cave.
Your wits are a match for mine.
There was a roof there, so we were getting the cave sound
not
effects.
necessarily to lose.
Enemy officer defeated.
The Shu forces are stronger than I thought. My lord, perhaps we should initiate a counterattack.
Hey.
Don't be so rash. Shu has no chance so long as we retain our defensive position.
You're out here all alone? I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies. I must retreat. This is not the end.
Enemy officer defeated.
They'll be looking back now that that door's open and they'll think, wow, you haven't made it very far. That's the problem with opening shortcuts along the way. It makes you look like you've done less than you have.
Only an idiot would isolate himself on the battlefield. Prepare to die.
Wow, you're one strong idiot. I miss having a spleen. The guys I'm escorting sure are taking their time. Probably because I was on red hair and they weren't.
You actually made it through. I'm impressed.
Thank you, Sima shitbag. Oh, he didn't like me calling him that.
If I don't withdraw now, then the world is destined to be overrun by imbeciles.
Enemy officer defeated.
I love the Sima family.
This place mine.
Na, 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 na,
The tactics
na,
used
na.
were a little rough, but they were successful. And I see Wei Yan is still alive.
We cannot suffer any more losses. We are to destroy the Shu forces.
Could you maybe try not to sound so disappointed by the fact that I'm still alive there, Juge?
The enemy has opened the gates. We can now proceed and defeat Sima Yi.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I shall return. Remember that.
For
For
yours
yours
is the first head I shall see. Just ran over Zhonghe.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Ba-da-da-da. Hey! You knock me off my horse? I knock you off the planet!
Necessarily to lose. You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I think it'll mostly terrify the troops, but alright. Would make them fight harder if the threat of my wrath is what they're worried about, I suppose.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
Where am I taking all of this honor? Do you have a destination point in mind?
How dedicated he is. He's not going to make it easy for us, is he?
If you want me to be a courier, I kind of need the full details of the operation.
Enemies! Nobody get in way!
I think Wei getting in Wei. That's why they call them Wei. Because they're in yours. And they call you guys Shu because that's what they want. That's what they want you to do.
Me, true warrior, 3 kingdoms.
And they call the red guys Wu.
This battle will determine the final.
Because that's what people say when they come across them.
You have.
It is time to unveil my plan. Begin the advance.
And they call the fourth kingdom Jin. Because they're the only ones who get their fucking wish.
Fight me now for glory. I must retreat. This is not the end.
Enemy officer defeated.
I don't know what you're getting at. I'm already doing my best out here. Look.
No enemy can stand before us. Let us press the advance together. Oh, astounding!
You appear to be a competent fighter. However, I will not be easily defeated.
Those weapons on the castle wall are a nuisance. Destroy them.
Yes, that is quite hurting. I can see why you would want to get rid of those. Ow.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Probably not, but I think I can hit you harder than you can hit me. That was weird. I didn't jump off so much as immediately teleported to the ground there. See if I can make that happen again. No, that time there was some actual falling action happening. Bit of hang time.
Are a match for mine.
The other side, though, it felt like there was no elevation shift at all. They were just suddenly on the ground.
Is not necessarily to lose.
Enemy officer
defeated. Xiao Yan.
You have truly earned
not
your
to be confused with Zhao Yun.
Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
How stupid are you fools to have fallen for Zhuge Liang's strategy? Our defenses are ruined.
Ah yes, it's everybody's fault but yours.
Hey, wait! I bring a message from Master Zhuge Liang. He says that's enough fighting for today. that went easier than expected.
And why aren't we killing Sima Yi?
Liang, bringer of peace, has same dream as Liu Bei. I make Liu Bei's dream come true.
Oh, so that's why you listen to him, even though he treats you so badly. I don't think he's ever going to truly recognize your efforts, you know? It's a pity, though. You know, you're a lot kinder than you look.
Zhuge Liang, asshole! Find weakness.
You are to be rewarded for your efforts.
Right. Ma Dai. The painter. Now, they're portraying Ma Dai and Wei Yan as friends here. Let's hang on to that for now. I think I'm gonna do Ma Dai's stage. Let me take a quick look at it. It's
Okay.
It's withdrawal from Wuzhong Plains, so it's a little... It's borderline around when the Jin campaign starts. Having lost Zhuge Liang, the Shu forces have begun their withdrawal from the Wuzhong Plains. However, the Wei army's persistent pursuit is right behind Ma Dai and the others. Rescue your allies that have been left behind and assume responsibility for the rear guard. I think I'll play this, because we're about to do basically the same setting when we start Jin, so it's not that much of a... We're not pushing ahead. Whereas the next one after it with Ding Feng will be ahead. So, we got the brush, which is either a broomstick or a pen. Might is right. I feel like if you're gonna have a pen weapon, you really should have, you know, something to do with the pen is mightier than the sword, but whatever. I like Ma Dai, he's friendly. Let's see if this battle is about his friendship with Wei Yan, because I want to talk about what happens historically at this point after.
Okay, let's get moving.
But this is the last one we'll do before we move to the Jin campaign.
Zhuge Liang's northern campaigns came to an end following his death. Having lost their commander, the Shu forces began withdrawing from the Wuzhong Plains. However, Wei Yan refused to give up the fight.
Yeah.
Ignoring Jiang Wei's orders to restrain himself, he went forth and charged the Wei army. The way things were going, it was only a matter of time before Shu was annihilated. Determined to take control of the situation, Jiang Wei turned to the one man he knew could help. It was Ma Dai, an officer who had the implicit trust of Zhuge Liang himself. With a resigned smile on his face, Ma Dai set off after the impetuous Wei Yan, who had charged into the enemy camp. The man, often derided as too carefree and laid back, was about to make his presence felt.
Jiang Wei! Even bigger asshole!
Yeah.
You have to help Master Wei Yan. We cannot leave him there to die.
Yeah, so that's what this story is. It is Ma Dai rescuing Wei Yan from his own impetuousness because they are friends. That seems to be what we're doing here.
Master Wang Ping is a loyal soldier. He will fight for us to the very last.
There are still many of our troops stranded out there. We cannot leave them behind.
I'm so sick of fighting. I just wish there was something else I could do for a living.
Hey, we're career soldiers now. But on the plus side, you get a small bonus if you die in battle.
Oh, I forgot to do outfits for him. I'll try to remember to do that before we stop.
Hey, we're career...
Suma sure leads the enemy forces. I hear he's as cunning as his father. We must remain vigilant. The dream of a land of benevolence hangs in the balance. I can sense the tension in the air.
We're literally running away. What do you mean the dream hangs in the... I guess if we get wiped out.
The Juggernaut Battalion is stuck on the front lines.
I mean, that is where you want your Juggernauts.
Master Wei Yan has been acting strangely recently. He always seems to be in an agitated state.
That's because Zhuge Liang's protege is in charge now. He's probably worried he'll be accused of treason again.
Again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole incident. It's tough having the mark of the traitor, huh?
It's me! You remembered! I'm so glad you came to talk to me.
Ma Dai would pretend to remember the guy just to make him happy.
Even when we defeat Wei, it doesn't feel much like a victory. We just have to keep on fighting.
Yep, you've been conscripted into the Forever War.
All right, it's time to do some damage.
They say Shu is weak. Then we have to prove them wrong.
Yes, Captain.
Did I go with you?
The Juggernaut...
Yeah.
We must not dwell on the past and those who have fallen before us. We must cut open our own path to the future.
By cutting open the enemy's
You're right.
heads.
We need to show the next generation the strength of our dreams and ambitions.
I shall serve as advisor to Master Jiang Wei.
Master Fei Yi is key to the political future of Shu. It is said that he has the complete trust of Lord Zhuge Liang.
I've never heard of him.
We defeated the Wei forces in the last battle and forced their commander Suma Yi to retreat. However, Wei still has many capable officers in the field, including Suma Yi's son, Shi.
Sure thing.
You needn't look so glum, my lord. Things will turn out just fine. You're saying all I have to do is go and rescue Wei Yan, right?
Thank you. You are our only hope. For some reason, Wei Yan refuses to follow my orders.
I think I know why. He's simply not very good at expressing himself.
Expressing himself?
Yeah. Let's talk about this later. There's work to be done.
Wei Yan is missing. We cannot retreat without him. It will be too dangerous.
Where is he? We don't know. He's not on the field right now.
Several of our allies have been left behind. We must go back for them.
So we're gonna rescue everything else first.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Let me paint you a picture.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
You shouldn't worry too much about this loss. There was nothing you could do.
I thought I was done for. We have Master Wei Yan to thank for putting us through that.
Where is Wei Yan? I don't see him anywhere. Where could he have gone?
Sorry to keep you waiting. You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
I thank you for rescuing me. Did the others at the main camp make it out in time?
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
You're pretty funny. What are you hoping to accomplish coming here alone?
Well, not that. I was hoping to kill you, not get struck by the lightning of your greatsword.
That you went to great trouble to get here. Please, take these as a token of our gratitude.
You've given me juggernauts.
Master Wei Yan's...
Of course you have. What else could I ever expect from you?
Whereabouts are unknown. Why would he charge at the enemy, all alone?
I think I understand why, but we'll never know for sure until we find him.
You see, he was recently controlled by the player character.
That doesn't mean I'm proud of it.
But unlike most of us, when the player character left Wei Yan, he didn't notice, so he still thinks he can kill everybody.
Fight me now, for glory!
The heavens have answered us. We thank you for coming to our aid. Thank you. We can now retreat with everyone else.
Wei Yan has not returned yet. We have no choice but to leave without him.
But yeah, we'll let this battle play out, and then after it's finished, I'll talk about the historical accounting of events regarding Wei Yan and the Wuzhang Plains.
You believe your
They are
wits
different
a match
from
for
this.
mine?
I was hoping I could go back home.
I shall be your opponent. Prepare yourself.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I shall stop. That was close. Thank you for aiding us. You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
You want to fight with me? Okay. I guess I don't have much of a choice.
You will learn to regret this moment.
We will hold off on our retreat momentarily. We must wait for our allies here at this garrison.
I will not allow a single man of Shu to escape.
This will be an
it's
easy
Dung
fight.
Face.
I cannot let Dung Ai take all the glory.
We managed to survive with minimal damage. Concentrate your efforts on rescuing our allies.
That's what I've been doing.
Your prowess rekindles my spirit. Onward to victory.
The name is Suma Zhao. Not that you need to remember it or anything.
What a disaster! I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble. I will make my retreat ahead of you. I pray for your safety.
I saw Master Wei Yan charging into the enemy's main camp.
Oh god damn it, I just jumped off.
I destroy Suma Zhao.
Hey, I found Wei Yan. We have to go help him. A true warrior indeed. You will
Carry our honor across the land.
Come on, everyone. Don't let me show you all up.
How foolish is he to charge in alone? There is none who can save him now.
Hey, you're forgetting about me.
Strong!
All right, we're getting out of here. You calmed down yet?
No!
How many times do I have to tell you not to rush in by yourself?
I won't retreat. Destroy Wei!
Why is that so important to you?
Zhuge Liang, not here anymore. So I build land of virtue instead!
Okay, I see you've misunderstood a few things. Things will still be okay, even without him. The ideals Lord Liu Bei and Lord Zhuge Liang had, these things, they don't disappear just because they're dead. Here, take a look. We can all work together to build a land of benevolence.
And so, for the sake of his mental health...
Life ends at death. If you survive a battle, you'll just live to fight another one.
For the sake of his mental health, Wei Yan retired from war and got a new, fulfilling job as the announcer for epic rap battles of history.
You are to be rewarded for your efforts.
Before I forget, we have Ma Dai's outfits. Got a palette swap that turns him blonde and gives him like a starry sky pattern. That's actually a pretty cool one. Original outfit, he's got like racing, I guess. Fantasy outfit, yeah, looks kind of Robin Hood. I like it. This and this. Not a whole bunch of terribly exciting options. Let's swap to the next character, even though I can't play as him yet because we need to catch up with the story. But the next one will be Ding Feng, the last Wu officer. But before we start the Jin campaign, I just want to peruse the historical record a bit. So, you saw those two battles, which were all about Wei Yan, really, more than Ma Dai, but they showed his friendship with Ma Dai and how he calms him down and keeps him on track. And that Wei Yan is, you know, a sweetheart, like, kind of. He wants to fight for Liu Bei's dream. He wants to do that by chopping off so many heads, but, like, he's admirable in what he's striving for. But let's just read through all of this, I suppose. Battle of Wuzhang Plains. In 234, which is very late, by the way, that's, you know, it's been 50 years since Yellow Turbans and 25 years since Qi Bi. Zhuge Liang launched the 5th Shu invasion of Wei, with Wei Yan leading Shu's vanguard as one of the commanding officers. Wei Yan reportedly had a dream that a horn grew on top of his head. He asked a dream diviner the meaning. The diviner lied to him and said, "A Qilin has horns but does not use them. This is an auspicious sign that the enemy will destroy themselves without battle." After Wei Yan left, the diviner revealed to someone else that the Chinese character for horn is composed of a knife with "use" below it, meaning that he was dreaming of using a knife atop one's head, which is actually a really bad omen. This is in the historical record. Later in the encampment, Wei Yan had a quarrel with Zhuge Liang's chief clerk, a man named Yang Yi, whom Wei Yan fucking hated. Whenever they got into arguments, Wei Yan often pulled his sword out and waved it around in front of the clerk, who would sob as tears rolled down his cheeks. This would prompt Fei Yi, someone else, to step in to stop them from fighting and keep them under control, which worked until Zhuge Liang's death. Zhuge Liang was upset by the lack of harmony between Wei Yan and his clerk, but was unwilling to side with either of them because he appreciated the talents of both men. Right, so they're sort of transferring the dislike from this clerk to Zhuge Liang, I suppose, in the novel and in the games. When Zhuge Liang got really, really sick, he gave secret orders to Jiang Wei, to Fei Yi, and to his clerk, and told them all to lead the army back to Shu after his death, with Wei Yan in charge of the rear and Jiang Wei to follow behind. If Wei Yan was disobedient, they were to just go home without him. When Zhuge Liang died, news of his death was kept kind of secret because they didn't want to fucking crater the morale. The clerk sent Fei Yi to meet with Wei Yan and figure out what his intentions were. Wei Yan told Fei Yi, "Although Zhuge Liang is dead, I am still alive. The officials serving in his office may bring his body back to Chengdu for burial, but I should remain behind to lead the army to attack the enemy. Must we abandon our mission just because of the death of one man? Besides, who am I, Wei Yan, to submit to that fucking clerk's command and lead the rear guard?" So that's not great. Wei Yan then asked Fei Yi to assist him in making arrangements for part of the Shu army to stay behind and continue with the campaign, while everybody else could run away like little coward pants. Fei Yi pretended to write a letter, signed by both of them, and told Wei Yan that he would read the letter out to all the officers about the new arrangements. He lied about this. Wei Yan then let Fei Yi leave, but he immediately regretted his decision and went after him, but he couldn't catch up with him in time. He then sent another subordinate to meet with the clerk and the others, but was shocked to discover that all units were preparing to retreat in accordance with Zhuge Liang's final orders. Wei Yan wanted to continue the battle, even though Zhuge Liang had died, so he became furious when he heard of the retreat. He intended to block the Shu forces from retreating, so he led his force towards the south, ahead of the main army under the now promoted clerk's command, and sealed the return route by destroying the gallery roads leading back to Shu. So that's a pretty extreme action. That is a pretty extreme hostile action against your own army. Wei Yan and the clerk separately wrote memorials to the Shu imperial court to accuse each other of treason. Both memorials arrived in Chengdu on the same day. Liu Shan asked some of his ministers for their opinions. Both of them decided against Wei Yan. They felt that Wei Yan's actions were suspicious. To be honest, I don't fucking blame them. In the meantime, Yang Yi, that's the clerk, I'm calling him that instead of Fei Yi because their names are similar, ordered his men to cut down trees and rebuild the roads, and his troops marched day and night to catch up with Wei Yan. Wei Yan arrived at the southern valley first and ordered his soldiers to attack Yang Yi, the clerk. Yang Yi sent Wang Ping to resist Wei Yan. Wang Ping shouted at Wei Yan, "His Excellency has just died. His body has yet to turn cold, and now you dare do something like this?" Wei Yan's men knew that their commander was in the wrong, so they deserted him. Wei Yan was left with only his sons and a few followers, and they fled. At which point, Yang Yi ordered someone else to give chase. That someone else rode off after the traitor, killed him, brought his head back, and threw it in front of Yang Yi the clerk, who then trampled on his head and said, "You inferior slave! Now can you still commit evil?" Wei Yan's family members and close relatives were also executed. Can you guess who the person is who went out and executed him? Who the person is who went out and chopped his head off and brought it back? I'll give you a hint. They weren't mentioned at all in the whole story that I just told. But they are around. It was, in fact, Ma Dai, whose only role in the story is to kill him. So it is hilarious to me that they write him as his understanding friend. And that's in the novel, too. Ma Dai kills Wei Yan in the novel, too. This is just Dynasty Warriors bullshit to whitewash the whole thing and make it happy friend time. I got no idea where they get that from. But that's the same brain that made them turn Wei Yan into a grunting fucking monkey, so I don't know. His friend went and got him. Strange that Wei Yan never showed up again or was ever mentioned after that. Yeah! Alright, we've got an hour. We can do the first couple battles of the Jin story. So, the interesting thing is that the addition of Jin here sort of creates a second sort of story pair in a way. Because you've got the stories of Shu and Wei, which are both heavily centered on one powerful individual. The Wei campaign ends as Cao Cao dies. The Shu campaign continues after Liu Bei's death and gives Zhuge Liang the starring role for a little bit. But it's still mostly Liu Bei's story. And Zhuge Liang is sort of depicted as an extension of Liu Bei's will, more so than his own person at times. Whereas you got the Wu story, which is a story of family and lineage, centered around a man and his two sons. So the Wu story stands out as different from the other two. Oh look, two sons.
Father, the enemy has emerged from the castle and has formed defensive ranks. Why would they come out? It is the height of idiocy. Sure, you must act as a decoy and attack from the south. Zhao, once the enemy reacts to Shi's attack, you must strike from the rear. This man, he rebels against Wei and strikes out on his own. And yet he is nothing but a mere fool! This battle is an insult to us all. End it!
We are in Liaodong, which is in the far northeast. Wu Zhang has ended. We've already finished chasing the Shu forces away. We are now putting down a sad little rebellion in the far northeast. The rebellion of Gongsun Yuan. Which is very different from the Yellow Turbans, I can tell you that.
Come, brave warriors of Wei! It is time to punish the traitor! I hope I can actually do something this time. Last battle, I just kind of rocked back and forth.
Curse that stupid traitor. I didn't want to have to fight. Speak to the person with the red mark above their head to begin the battle. Here, that person is Lord Sima Shi.
Yeah, we figured that out, man.
I'm arranged to be married, but I'm not sure how I should treat my betrothed. Aren't your sons in a similar position, my lord? Maybe they're just as confused as me. Lord Shahoba's father was a famous warrior, too. I hope we can rely on him in this battle.
This armor is so heavy. I should have left it behind.
Yeah, don't bring your armor to battle.
I don't know if the Suma clan will appreciate having a Shaho in their midst.
Is Gongsun Zan Gongsun Yuan's father, grandfather, uncle, granduncle? I'm not sure. There's a lot of Gongsuns. What are you doing hiding in a corner, mate?
Oh, you found me. I just find it relaxing here.
My lord, I was just reading about your family. Is it true you had 7 brothers?
Jesus.
Lord Hu Zuan will be a real asset to us in the coming battle.
Hu Zuan? Who's that?
Xiahou Wei is Xiahou Ba's brother. What? I just thought you might like to know.
I can't believe that Gongsun Yuan! First he betrays Wei, then he turns around and names himself King of Yan! Such incredible greed! Has he no sense of shame?
That Gongsun Yuan's nothing. You could crush him in one hand, my lord.
I don't know what Gongsun Yuan was thinking. He could never be the king of Yan.
They say Lord Sima Shur is cultured, hard-working, and intelligent, while Lord Sima Zhao is said to be a lazy wastrel.
That's interesting. So you're telling me that the oldest son is an extension of his father with similar characteristics and the same kind of approach towards life, whereas the younger son, the second son, is a complete inversion of their values. Huh. It's an interesting concept. I haven't done that before.
I wonder, are the rumors true?
Hey, what's with the sour face? I've already made all of the necessary preparations.
Fine. I suppose it's not like this battle is going to last very long anyway.
What's with the attitude all the time? Oh, I didn't say anything.
Aren't your son?
Tell me, son, what do you think of the one known as Gongsun Yuan?
He is nothing more than a mere fool. This battle is as good as won. However, I have a feeling that it will not be long before chaos rises again. Wu has united around Sun Quan. However, Wei and Wu have lost many of their heroes and have been weakened for some time. The balance of power has shifted. It is only a matter of time before someone fans the flames of rebellion.
Very perceptive, my son. Indeed, this world has taken a decisive change for the worse. Let's go. I wish to bring a quick end to this battle.
One of the key themes of this story mode is that all of the heroes are dying out, and only one side has competent people to replace them.
Sure. You will attack from the south, as we discussed. That ought to draw...
And as you'd expect, his weapon is identical to Zhuge Liang's. There's really nothing interesting we can get out of Sima Yi in that sense.
Of the enemy's attention. Zhao, you will set up camp to the east. Once the enemy's defense is thin, you are to strike.
Father, what's the point of this battle? Frankly, this guy doesn't seem worth the effort.
Sometimes you have to fight battles that are dull, my son. Responsibility demands it.
He might be easy to beat, but you still have to beat him to beat him. No, like you can't just wave your hand and he's gone. It's just work.
Fight me now, for glory! I must retreat. This is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I can't believe it. I've never met someone so strong.
Once we reach our initial goal, halt the advance. From there, we will draw the enemy out.
This battle's a real waste of time. We could beat these guys in our sleep.
Looks like those cowards have run for the hills.
Father, what's the matter? I realize our enemy today is hardly worthy of your attention, but...
I was just remembering the times I fought Zhuge Liang. Back when I had opponents I needed to think to beat.
Oh! Astounding.
That's kind of why I did the Xtreme Legends stuff, because you don't get to really see much of that in the base game. You just skip to this, and I understand what they're doing with that, because they've already done Zhuge Liang versus Sima Yi in the previous games, but on its own, with 7, like, they're telling a new story here, but yeah, we get a couple battles of Sima Yi actually being the opponent of Zhuge Liang through the lens of other characters, but yeah, better than nothing.
wits are a match for mine. To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I bring news. An enemy unit is on the move.
And just like that, they break down their defenses. Keep drawing the enemy south.
It is a relief to see that we still work well together, Father.
I really hate it when they do that.
What, when me and my son get along?
Victory is almost ours. I must retreat. This is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We need to go over here now. Oh no, who's won? Imagine getting beaten in this battle by these guys. Embarrassing.
You believe your wits are a match for mine? I cannot die. Not with so much left to do.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
I like that they've got their death lines instead of their retreat lines because we are not showing mercy in our boredom.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
Who's the yeah, no, I'm the commander. Yeah.
Time to put this position to use in realizing my strategies.
More enemy units are moving south.
Like fish to the bait, they can hole up in the castle all they like. They still have their egos. This has gone on long enough. Strike from the east.
This one is heroic. I guess I need to pick up the pace.
Time to put this position to use in realizing my strategies.
We can't actually go any further that way.
It's an ambush!
Stay calm. Turn and fight.
This is how they handle a crisis? What a disgrace.
We'll see if Sima Yi says his famous line somewhere here.
This appears to be as far as we go.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
He boils down the 5 options
Not with so
available
much left
to someone in battle. Fight. If you cannot fight, defend. If you cannot defend, flee.
What a disaster.
If you cannot flee,
I have
surrender.
no excuse for troubling you with
If you
this
cannot
rabble.
surrender, die.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
I've always liked. It is definitely from this or from 8, and I forget which one it's from. Might be said in both. Hope it's said in both. Should be said in all of them. But it is from the novel. As the really clever lines tend to be from.
Time to put this position to use in realizing my strategies.
I must retreat. This
This
is not the end.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Time to put this position to use in realizing my strategies.
Oh look, it's Wei Yan.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
He's looking a little different, sounding a little different too.
We surrender. Please, forgive our foolishness.
There are 5 options in war.
There it is.
Fight, defend, flee, surrender, or die. You have proven inept at the first 2, and have now had the temerity to surrender. Death is all you deserve.
Much like Nevermoon, Sima Yi chooses 5.
Time to put this position to use in realizing my strategies.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
Please, have mercy. I surrender.
The fact that you instigated a revolt is not such a great crime. Your greatest crime was having the temerity to think you had the talent to do so. You, who were unaware of your own mediocrity. Die.
Curse you!
What a miserable world this is, where we are forced to watch while idiots erupt in hysterics. Meanwhile, my own talents are destined to be wasted.
The cunning of Sima Yi managed to eliminate Gongsun Yuan. Not knowing the limits of his strength, he had turned his back on Wei and declared himself the king of Yan. Unable to control his anger towards this fool, Sima Yi was reminded of another man. The unparalleled tactician that had fallen at the Wujiang Plains, Zhuge Liang. Once his star had faded, the land had changed dramatically. Within Wei, Cao Rui succeeded Cao Pi as emperor and began a rule of greed and opulence. While within Wu, they watched the struggle between Wei and Shu as they stabilized their own country and strengthened their defenses. Meanwhile, determined to rebuild its strength, Shu remained quiet as it recovered. It was then that Cao Rui of Wei died and was replaced by the young Cao Feng.
Young? He was 10. Why has he got a mustache?
Supporting Cao Feng were the Wei general Cao Shuang and none other than Sima Yi. However, Sima Yi willingly gave up his authority and decided to retire instead. For he felt that dividing power between two people would only lead to chaos within the government. In addition, with Zhuge Liang gone, there were none who could match his intellect. Realizing...
And that's the Jin story. Sima Yi retires and nothing ever changes. The end. Oh wait, hang on, there's more.
This fact during his battle against Gongsun Yuan, he later disappeared from the public eye. And so, as the lone authority of Wei, Cao Shuang moved to attack Shu in the hope of returning Wei to its former glory. Sima Yi refused to participate in this battle and dispatched his son, Sima Zhao, in his stead.
We're not just skipping over Cao Pi's death, we're skipping over the death that came... Like we've skipped 2 Wei emperors.
It was a sign of how much he missed having a worthy opponent.
That's the kind of man that would accidentally create Endbringers. Sima Zhao, Conquest of Shu.
We can place ambush troops here, but that means these supplies.
It's a little dark for map reading, isn't it? Who are you again?
My name is Dung Ai, my lord. I have had the honor of speaking with your father on several occasions.
Is that right?
I have something I wish to discuss with you, my lord.
What is it you want to say?
Why did you say that so hostile when you're having a friendly discussion?
Forgive me, but would you be willing to speak to our lord on my behalf? We have been short on provisions since our last campaign. Our first order of business should be to find some nice, fertile land. The enemy is clearly reading our every move. We should prepare for a surprise attack.
I suppose you already mentioned this to him and he ignored you. Well, he's not much of a listener. Even if it's coming from me, he's just going to say the same thing.
Perhaps, but you're the only chance I've got.
How do I always get myself caught up in these things?
Thank you, my lord. I wish you luck.
If you'd told me that they had cast a text-to-speech voice as that guy, I would have believed you. But no, that's a person.
Come, my lord. Please make a bit more of an effort. Oh, I suppose making an effort is too much like hard work for you.
Hey man, I'm more than willing to sign the execution papers. For you.
Shu is currently in a state of chaos. It should be easy for us to beat them.
Also, prepare to be bored as Sima Zhao's weapon is the sword again. Just the normal sword.
Has your father really retired, my lord? I wish he would reconsider.
My lord, these are the orders of your father. You must listen to Lady Yuanji's advice.
You're a lucky man, my lord, to have such a beautiful woman keeping an eye on you.
Why, yes, the soldiers are still like this.
Who's that beautiful woman over there?
Lord Wang Su's daughter? But what is she doing on the field of battle?
We will talk to her momentarily.
I was reading my history, and apparently Lu Bu was the first man ever to defeat Cao Cao.
I'm just glad I never had to face him.
Yeah.
Lord Cao Shuang thinks he is a capable leader. It's really quite embarrassing.
You know, he's the man who's responsible for the strategies that may or may not lead to your death today, right?
Shu are not the force they once were, yet we are to fight them now? Look at these sycophants playing up to an incompetent buffoon. I won't be a party to it.
I'm just like you, my lord. My parents have organized a match for me. And it's not like I don't like her. It's just, she's so opinionated.
I prefer my women not to think. Clearly that's what he says.
I hear Lord Dong Ai likes to make maps in his spare time. No wonder he's so adept at using the terrain in battle.
Yeah, I like Dong Ai's, he sort of looks like a guerrilla soldier. Like he looks like, with the bandana, he looks almost like a extra jacked Solid Snake, or like somebody you'd find in a Rambo, or yeah, he looks Rambo-y. Like you'd find him in Vietnam. And like when you think about that, yeah, one of his character traits is that he's a tracker and a mapper who is an expert on land and terrain. And like, yeah, this is why he looks like that. It's brilliant.
Lord Dung Ai is an experienced veteran of battle. It's heartening to have a man of his calm disposition in our ranks.
Lord Sima Yi is attempting to ascertain the abilities of Lord Cao Shuang. That is why I sent your brother to this battle, to report on Lord Cao Shuang's behavior.
Why do I always have to get stuck with these menial tasks?
I don't think that was written right. That was why I sent your brother. That sounds like Sima Yi talking to Sima Shi, not Wang Yuanji talking to Sima Zhao. Because Sima Zhao is the brother that was sent.
Look at the...
Still. That is why we're here, to assess Cao Shuang.
We're behind you all the way, General.
Hooray! Shu stands no chance against your might, Lord Cao Shuang.
All right, Cao Shuang, let's go.
My lord, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Ah, there you are, Sima Zhao. I have an important mission for you. I want you to launch a surprise attack on the enemy supply base and secure provisions for our men.
If I do, then our defenses here will be thin. I think it best if we prepare for an attack by the enemy and strengthen our defenses.
You're not the first one to mention that to me. You must have spoken with Dung Ai. There is no way the enemy will try to attack us. They have no idea what we are up to. Enough. I order you to go and attack the supply base. Understood?
I suppose I don't have much of a choice.
This has all gone wrong, Dung Ai.
Lord Cao Shuang wants us to raid the enemy supply depots.
I apologize, but I am still worried that the enemy will spring a night raid.
I hope they do. That'd teach him. Come on, we'd better get moving.
The supply depots are to the northwest. We must approach undetected.
Right, stealth mission. Sneaky, 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 sneaky.
Fine work, my lord. The supply depots are just ahead.
Sneaking, sneaking, sneaking and murdering, sneaking, sneaking, sneaking and murdering. Didn't play 500 hours of Hitman for nothing.
Terrible news! Our main camp is under attack.
No
It needs
shit.
help urgently.
Just as I feared.
This ought to make Lord Cao Shuang see sense. I guess we'd better go help out.
I better help them out.
And just what do you think you're doing here? Trespassers will be executed. I shall return.
Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall seek.
That was almost too easy. Things are looking very good for us.
We just got ambushed.
Out
What do you
here all
mean?
alone? I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies.
You are perhaps the most magnificent warrior I've ever seen.
Only perhaps, though. He's playing his cards close. Just in case there's better out there, presumably when the player character
Part of our main
shifts.
camp defenses have been wiped out by a fire attack.
What a disaster. I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble. This battle will determine the final victor. Give it everything you have.
Shaho Xuan, not to be confused with Shaho Yuan.
Our lord is struggling. He won't last much longer.
Good.
Alright, I get it. I have to help him, right?
Suma Zhao. I suppose you've come to laugh at me. You were right, and I was wrong.
I wouldn't do that. So what do you want to do? I think our chances of winning are pretty much gone.
I know that. All forces retreat.
Well, at least he was humble-ish about it.
The enemy seems to be coming from the north. We must take the western gate and head south.
You have your father's eye for strategy, I see. The western gate, you say? Very well.
I am fine, my lord. You must protect Lord Cao Shuang.
But he's a wanker.
My lord, you needn't concern yourself about me, but thank you.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
We heading east or west? We're heading east, okay. Guess it's still the western gate, just in terms of relative position. Oh, Guan Sua.
This is our chance, men. Claim the head of the leader of Wei.
Not again.
I am to be the last thing you see on this battlefield. Come and show me the might you possess.
I don't even feel like getting off my horse.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
More enemy units, my lord.
Hold on, I gotta rescue my girlfriend.
Why can't they all just come at once and be done with it?
Sima Zhao at the gangbang.
Come, we must hurry. Our lord needs us.
Of course he does.
Verge of defeat. He can't be that bad, sure.
We may not be able to make it through this.
Okay, he's pretty bad.
How could this be? It's as if your actions out there have cured me of all my ailments.
I thought you might come. We could use some assistance to turn back the enemy. Truly amazing. I am happy to have you in our ranks.
See, my lord? See what happens when you put your mind to something?
See what happens when you aren't a lazy asshole for once?
Our lord has been ambushed. We must hurry to his aid.
Our lord isn't quite up to this. It looks like we'll have to take care of them.
Looks like everybody's converging on us at least, so that's good.
Oh, you just reached another level of brilliance.
I trusted that you would come. I appreciate your assistance.
Every battle should be taken seriously, or they will ultimately lead to control of the land.
I'm serious this time.
You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Oh, look more.
Your prowess is undeniable. I doubt I have ever seen anything like it.
Serious this time.
We moved in perfect harmony.
The Night Rain. The tenacious waves of attack. I'd say they have quite the strategist leading them.
That would be me. And I'm here to claim your head.
With a paintbrush?
Your withdrawal is almost complete, but you're not getting past me.
This one looks like a real pain in the neck. Dung Eye, I'll leave him to you.
Sure.
That'll do. Pull out!
Sima Zhao at the end of the gangbang. No.
Well, it looks like we got away clean in the end.
Sima Zhao at the end of
the general may prove a problem. I suppose I should go and report on what happened to my father.
Most impressive, my lord. You reminded me of your father out there today.
What? Come on. Don't say things like that. Right. Let's move on out of here.
What is the current status of Ma Chao and Zhou Yu? Zhou Yu is extremely dead, but you know that. You mean Zhao Yun. They're dead, I believe. Ma Chao definitely dies of illness at some point in the later stages before Wuzhong. Zhao Yun is sometimes shown at Wuzhong. He isn't in this game. I think he isn't there. I think, yeah, the second tier of Shu, the survivors, are Ma Dai, Guan Suo, Yue Ying, Xing Cai, Zheng Wei, and Liu Shan, but he's not really in the battles a lot because he's the fucking emperor. I believe Guan Yu's daughter is also used. The women are often used because they don't have official death dates. Bao Sanyang could show up as well, I suppose, though I hope not. Guan Yu's daughter in Dynasty Warriors 8 gets added to the list because, yeah, she's usable. And she's a much better character, to be honest.
He defeats the enemy with assured decision-making and retreats by the safest route. It seems the Suma family is the only one that can reunite Wei.
Everybody demanded the return of the cunning strategist they had known. The army led by Cao Shuang to defeat Shu was unable to achieve any results. And Cao Shuang's reputation as a military commander was dealt a crushing blow. On the other hand, Sima Zhao's skillful retreat helped further the Sima clan's reputation as brilliant strategists. Cao Shuang was convinced that military action could not restore Wei to its former brilliance. And so he held a feast at the palace that lasted for several days. With this lavish banquet, he hoped to gain influence and power by winning over the hearts of the leaders and governing officials. However, his opulence began to put a strain on the coffers and accomplished little but to drain the country of its resources. Just then, word arrived that Zhang Wei of Shu was preparing to invade Wei. The only way to meet this threat would be to depose Cao Shuang and replace him with Sima Yi. Oblivious to these calls from the people throughout his country, Cao Shuang continued to hold his feasts. As the misguided rule of Cao Shuang continued, Sima Yi sequestered himself in a mansion within Luoyang and refused to come out. However, there was a distinct gleam in his eyes, like that of a wolf stalking its prey. This was the beginning of a coup d'etat, A natural move for one of such cunning intellect as he.
Coup time!
You mean he's too ill even to meet with me?
Yes. Recently, he's begun to forget things. Frankly, I don't think he'll ever recover. Please give my regards to the General. By the way, where is the General right now?
Yes,
I believe he is out on a hunt today.
he's begun to forget things, like the chain of command.
Please excuse me.
Come, my son. Cao Shuang must be dealt with. I am not generous enough to allow such a fool to do as he pleases.
Cao Shuang is still out hunting, Father. He has no idea what's going on.
We must secure the palace now. It is time to return power to the hands of those smart enough to wield it.
Which is why we're advancing with an army of fan-wielding strategists.
We should secure the guard post at the castle gate. It will be useful when Cao Shuang returns.
I swear he just said schlong.
Father, it is nice to see you doing so well.
Father, a messenger has been spotted running off to warn Cao Shuang. We should annex the armory, too. Its benefits would be obvious.
Can't take my horse into the armory? What is this? It's a coup, but I have to follow the rules?
Another messenger has been sent. They don't know when to quit, do they?
Oh, right, messenger, shit.
There is a guard post here. What should we do, Father?
Take it. The more pressure we put on the soldiers, the easier they will be to manipulate. The mind shall vanquish the sword.
You have truly earned your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Messenger down.
Every battle should be taken seriously, or they will ultimately lead to control of the land.
Every battle should be taken seriously.
Stay loyal to an incompetent buffoon and die, or serve me and live. It is your choice.
I will serve you, my lord.
I like living.
Huan Fan has fled. He was the brain behind Cao Shuang.
Cao Shuang certainly didn't have one.
Sending the messengers.
I was just following your lead, but I think it went quite well.
Yeah, like realistically, this Dynasty Warriors battle doesn't happen. It's a lot more surgical and, hey, everybody's on my side, arrest Cao Shuang, that sort of thing.
Here they come. This is gonna be a real chore.
Zhao, keep your comments to yourself. You cannot go through life avoiding things because they are onerous.
think we're gonna get over there.
You never cease to amaze me, Father.
Ciao, my lazy son. Why you gotta be so lazy?
You believe your wits are a match for mine? To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
The mind shall vanquish the sword.
We must tighten our defenses and keep from losing any ground against the enemy.
I know. You need not worry about me, Father.
All my drinking, hunting, carousing, it is all for the future of Wei! You understand, I have to be seen as a strong leader!
Uh-huh.
What I understand is that you have proven yourself to be a most unworthy leader. For the future of Wei, I must eliminate such an incompetent ruler.
Someone stop Sima Yi! Buy me some time!
Be gone.
I was right to do what I did. Know your place! Our men were coming together as one under me.
Whoa.
His Highness knew that!
Imbecile! If you thought your conduct was unimpeachable, then why were you spying on me? You feared me because you knew you were wrong, right? You blind, misguided fool. Kill him.
Kill him now. Do it. Well, he did it.
Sima Yi could not forgive Cao Shuang. He was a fool that cared only about what others thought of him, who let his insecurities drive him down the path of indecision. With Cao Shuang out of the way, authority over Wei fell to Sima Yi. Fearing for his life, Xiahou Ba, a relative of Cao Shuang's, decided to plot an escape. Learning of his intentions, Sima Yi made his way to the castle where Xiahou Ba was stationed.
Xiahou Ba will be heading for Shu. You don't wish us to give chase?
No.
The Xiahou clan's achievements are well known. Killing him will bring unnecessary trouble.
He sides with his father's killers to save his own hide. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, so Xiahou Ba immediately defects to Shu, which is why it's funny that he's considered a Jin officer.
Fleeing to Shu, Xiahou Ba was made a general in their army.
Because right from there, he's going to turn green and be an enemy for the rest of the game. And that's why he's the one who does not have a playable story mode mission. So we have to use the legends for that. But he's listed as a Jin officer, even though he just spends, like, no time in the Wei army, except in, like, Ding Jun when his dad's alive. It's the fact that he's a Jin officer and not a Wei officer. Like, I could understand him as a Shu officer, I could understand him as a Wei officer, but he spends the least amount of time working for this particular gang. In fact, as soon as the leader gets in power, that's when he leaves. It's weird. It's a weird categorization.
The events following Cao Shuang's execution unnerved the leaders of Wei.
You think?
Indeed, Sima Yi, now the sole authority over all of Wei, also sensed something unusual going on. However, he was too busy to do anything about it. Carrying on the will of the late Zhuge Liang, Jiang Wei of Shu had resumed the invasion of Wei. Sima Yi sent his sons, Sima Shi and Sima Zhao, to go and deal with this threat. As they looked upon the Shu army at Mount Niutou, the sagacious young men thought to themselves, why would Father not participate in this battle? Why did he send us instead? These two brilliant young minds could not help but question their great father's choice. Would they find the answers they sought in this battle?
Shu invasion, Sima Shi. Now, Sima Shi is another one whose default weapon was not updated, but a weapon that is designed for him was added. Although it's a bit strange, because, like, he's a new character, so how would you know that this weapon was for him until you got to Dynasty Warriors 8, right? So he's got the rapier by default, but what we should actually put on him is this weapon, the DLC weapon, the Lightning Sword. Which, much like a lot of these DLC weapons, does not have a choke option, but does have some powerful ones. The Lightning Sword is fun. We'll get to it in after we do some talking. This will be the last battle I do today, but I want to play as Shi because I like this weapon, and Shi's cool.
Can you believe that, Xiahou Ba? How could he do such a thing?
Was Xiahou Ba's life really in danger? It's hard to know what to believe.
They summarized it as him being a relative of Cao Shuang, but it's not that. It's not actually just that. What happened was Xiahou Xuan, who is a direct member of the Xiahou family, was executed as part of the coup. And he was, I believe, Xiahou Ba's uncle? And so Xiahou Ba assumed he was next. And he might well have been in truth, in his history. In the games, they reckon he wasn't going to be next, that these guys respected Ba, but they didn't respect Xuan, because Xuan was a lot closer to Cao Shuang.
Xiahou Ba had children, you know. They have been exiled. I feel for them.
Oh yeah, ran out on his family, too.
Was Xiahou Ba...
The famed name of Xiahou has been disgraced by this act of betrayal.
Lord Guo Huai has sworn his eternal allegiance to Wei. Others among us have not done the same. That strikes me as more frightening than the enemy today. Lord Wen Qin is capable enough in battle, but he's so unpredictable and wild.
Lord Wen Qin has ingratiated himself with Cao Shuang, but he needs to produce the goods in this battle.
The traitor Xiahou Ba is amongst the enemy ranks. We must win this battle for the sake of Wei.
How dare Shu invade our beloved country? Time to send them back to where they came from.
Guan Qiu Jian and Wen Qin here are generics, but they're more important to the Jin campaign than they might let on.
Lord Guanqiu Jian is a powerful man, with ambition to match.
Ambitious, huh? I'm sure that'll be fine.
That Jiang Wei is not to be underestimated either. He will look to take advantage of this opportunity.
Shu could never rule this land. Their own country is in disarray.
That
one over there.
Is your father not going to participate today, my lord? Of course, you yourself provide ample leadership.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to believe Lord Dong Ai began his career as a bureaucrat. Just look at him.
Zhang Wei is a disciple of Zhuge Liang. We must keep an eye out for enemy plots.
I always found it interesting that in that first battle with Sima Zhao, they build up, ooh, Shu must have a good strategist, and then it's Ma Dai instead of Jiang Wei. I like Ma Dai better, but it does seem strange.
I know Lord Guo Huai would never betray us. He's one man you can count on until the bitter end.
More betrayal. Poor Lord Guo Huai. I fear for his health.
I happened to see your brother sneaking into Lady Yuanji's bedroom.
Uh-huh.
But you should have seen what happened next.
I think I can guess.
My lady chased him out in a hail of invective.
Yep.
But your brother seemed to quite enjoy it.
Yep.
How could Xiahou Ba simply defect to Shu like that? They are responsible for the death of his father! What a deplorable state of affairs!
More betrayal.
Yeah, try not to open your wounds with that anger there, buddy.
Just when I thought I had handled things at home, we are invaded from the outside.
You have it wrong, Zhao. Father could have seized power any time he wanted to. That is why he was in such a hurry to slay Cao Shuang. It could only be so that he could prepare for a Shu invasion.
So Shu is such a threat that we need to be concerned about them.
Yes, they are. We must not let down our guard in this battle.
I like how the Emperor is just minimized here, by the way. But though he was super young, like, his two advisors fought and killed each other. Like, it isn't treason if you're in charge of everybody.
Come, Zhao. We do not have a moment to spare. The Shu army must be eliminated. All forces, begin the advance!
An enemy unit has been sighted to the southwest. From their numbers, I'd say they're a decoy.
Anyway, look at this fucking sword. It's so cool.
Continue the advance. We will break them and their pathetic plans.
Just to be safe, I will prepare for the enemy's plans. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Why is Father not taking command himself? Perhaps he has become bored by war.
You think he is testing me? Or maybe... No, he seemed fine. This area is now under my control.
Would make sense to test his son's aptitude and make sure they know how to do this before, you know, that thing that happens to older people happens.
For Wei, I am more than willing to sacrifice my life.
Now's our chance. They don't suspect a thing.
What?
Our men have been ambushed. They're already surrounded.
Oh.
So it was a decoy. All forces remain calm and deal with the situation.
The enemy outnumbers us. We should destroy the bridge and restrict their access.
This area is now under my control.
The skill you displayed on the battlefield inspires us all to carry out our duty.
Oh, you just reached another level of brilliance.
Hey, it isn't polite to take somebody by surprise like that.
Who's the ally that we left over there, by the way? Sorry, Shuji, you're getting killed.
There is an enemy supply depot to the northwest. If we secure it, it will damage enemy morale.
Capture the Shu Armory, the Schwarmery.
I am to be the last thing you see on this battlefield. Come and show me the might you possess.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty mighty.
There is no escape for you. You will learn to regret this moment.
I shall reign supreme. Attack! Show them no mercy.
Lord Guo Huai has executed an ambush. The enemy forces have been thrown into a panic.
I shall be your opponent. Prepare yourself. And you're sure to win.
It is not enough to simply secure it. Burn it to the ground.
Can we wait till I leave before we set it on fire? Fuck.
Welcome. My pets and I have long awaited your arrival.
Oh, look, it's the Juggernaut
The enemy is
bitch.
using some sort of siege weapon. Our men are under fire.
Oh, look, she has Juggernauts.
Report! Enemy reinforcements are approaching!
Man, who's left? Jesus, it's just up
Even
there.
now they fight on. The Shu army is more tenacious than ever.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
Remember, Liao Hua was present in the Yellow Turban Rebellion in 184. It's currently the 230s. And he's still fighting. And that is not an anachronism.
You just reached another level of brilliance.
That is literally the truth of the matter. He was still on the field.
This area is now under my control.
A lot of people reckon Liao Hua should be a playable character. He wasn't important in the sense of like a massive novel character who did a bunch of things. But they just reckon that you could do a lot with the fact that he was alive for fucking all of it. In fact, a lot of people wondered if Ziluan was Liao Hua when they first announced Origins, and a lot of people really wanted that. And of course, no. But a lot of people really wanted that. Maybe there's no demand for it in Japan. Maybe it's just a Western fan thing, but yeah, a lot of people were.
So you are my next
I've been calling for Liao Hua's supremacy for years.
This area is now under my control.
Stand your ground and face me.
Is that what you wanted?
I have discovered my own weakness. I must work harder to overcome
Turns
it.
out I'm weak to getting chucked in the air and stabbed 30 times.
Reign supreme.
I'm concerned about Lord Guo Huai's health. Mind you, he always seems sick.
Hey, look, he's just the sickest, mate.
Oh,
just reached another level of brilliance.
Oh yeah! It felt good fighting with you!
The name's Ma Dai. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Actually, it wasn't a pleasure. Ow!
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
Da-da-da-da.
I fight because I have something to live for.
All others fade into insignificance before my splendor.
A true warrior indeed. You will carry our honor across the land.
Give it up. You will never be able to beat me.
Maybe he could, if he had a little help.
Just in time, my lord. Take care.
Jiang Wei and the traitor are here. Somebody go and inform our lord at once.
Come on, we've lost this. There's no point sticking around here.
They know when they are beaten.
I swore to my lord that I would never give up until we had built a land of benevolence.
It's all right. It's okay.
Jesus.
Did you see that? That tenacity? Our father has left us with a few issues left to solve.
Why must people cling to their outdated ideals so stubbornly?
In the battle fought among the new generation of heroes from each kingdom, Suma Shur emerged victorious. However, the Suma clan was not given time to rest on their laurels. For at that very moment, a secret conspiracy was being plotted that would shake the kingdom to its very core.
Oh no.
The Emperor of Wei, Cao Feng, was deposed. It was the result of a devious plot cooked up by Wang Ling following his attack on Wu. His aim was to depose the young emperor and replace him with an older one in order to reduce the Suma clan's influence within the court. Sima Yi's decision was swift. He quickly prepared his troops and set out to strike Wang Ling, who resided in Shouchuan. Unlike Shu and their repeated invasions, Wu had spent the past few years quietly building their strength. And they now hungrily awaited an opportunity to invade Wei. Of course, Sima Yi was too clever to allow Wu an opening. Though he knew that none could match his intellect and cunning, he decided to trust his instincts and quickly set off to eliminate his foes.
Wang Ling's rebellion. Many of the battles in this campaign end with the word rebellion. But we'll replay that intro next time. What I should do, while I think of it, because I never did this, I should look at the costumes, I think, of the Shu characters that weren't in the... Where's his outfits? Is this not the... Oh, yeah, it's this button. Okay. It's a bit quicker here. Yeah, so we've got typical palette swap. That's his Dynasty Warriors 1 outfit where he's wearing blue. They didn't really do the color schemes until... Because remember, Dynasty Warriors 1 were the fighting games. They didn't need the color schemes because the color schemes were to mark out the troops more than anybody else. We've got him, in his old Dynasty Warriors gold... But there was a bit of blue in Zhao Yun's outfits in the old days as well, in all of them, which the blue is faded and the green is brighter, and I think that's how he gets away with. He looks like a Shu officer, even though it's not as clear-cut. Even there, his green is coming from the cape. Wow. Yeah, Guan Yu in Dynasty Warriors 3 had an arm hanging out. I don't know why. Had it again in 6. Although in 6 his hair was doing something. Then he's got a Musketeers outfit. I think that might be... I think they all have the Musketeers outfit, I think. Yeah, they got 3 Musketeers for the 3 brothers. It makes sense. Zhang Fei's outfits used to be more yellow for some reason. Zhuge Liang. They're all fairly normal. Liu Bei used to have a mustache. And they recategorized him later. Ma Chao looked very golden in Dynasty Warriors 3. I think we already went through his. Huang Zhong, who's got a younger skin there. We get the white hair goes away. Is it meant to be Sherlock Holmes? My God. He's pretty yellow as well in the old days. A lot of yellow in Shu's outfits in previous games. Do not know what his hat is there. It looks like a pinhead, cone head. Peng Tong, palette swap there. He's looking like a groundskeeper in his original. In the olden days he went through a few design choices. He had a fun hat in 4. Looked very ninja-like in 3. Always had his face covered. In 5, he looked more traditional, more like he was wearing armor. And then in 6, good God. And then he's got that. Peng Tong never shows his face below the eyes and nose. And part of that is that historically he's written down as being incredibly physically ugly. But I'm pretty sure that's just... I think that's just either a rumor Zhuge Liang started, or someone somewhere didn't like Peng Tong very much. But they have him cover his face because he's, like, historically noted as an ugly man, which I think is silly. And then Jiang Wei is just got a lot of fairly normal outfits. We haven't looked at Liu Shan or Xing Cai's yet, but we will because we'll play as them later. And yeah, that about does it. Everybody else will play as. Anyway, that'll do. I think we finish on Wednesday. I think we've got enough left for 2 days worth, because it takes us about 2 days to do a campaign, and we've done the first 4 battles of the Jin campaign now, and we have 4 battles left in Extreme Legends. So I did that somewhat deliberately, so that it matches up in terms of how much content is left. I think we'll finish this on Wednesday. And I'll probably take the Thursday off. But anyway, fare thee well.